Have you ever had a really big, almost impossible job given to you? And what can make it really harder is if the boss comes to you and gives you this job, gives you this task, and it seems really impossible and really hard, and then they're like, okay, I'll see you later, I'll check in with you in about 2 weeks, or I'll make sure that you are doing okay, but you're pretty much on your own, bub. That complicates things. What would make it a lot easier is if the boss said, all right, here, I have this huge, impossible task for you to do. But the good news is, I'm going to do it with you. The good news is, I'm going to be by your side, and we can do this thing together. Joshua, in the book of Joshua, has this huge task. He's got this scary, super big job that he's been given. He is taking over for a legend. He is taking over for Moses, and he's going to lead the people into the promised land. He is going to finish the job. And God has given him this big job. But God also gives him some promises, some pretty cool promises. In Joshua chapter 1, he says this, and he says it over and over. He says, I will be with you as I was with Moses. I will not fail you. I will not abandon you. Be strong and courageous. Be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all of the instructions Moses gave you. Do not deviate from them, turning either to the right or to the left. Then you will be successful in everything you do. Study this book of instruction continually. Meditate on it day and night so that you will be sure to obey everything written in it. Only then will you prosper and succeed in all you do. So Moses has left the building. Joshua has this huge, really big task. He is following a legend. He's taken over. But God tells him, hey, here's your part. Here's your deal. I want you to give your whole self to this thing. I want you to give everything you have to give. It's all or nothing. Don't do it halfway. But it's not about perfection. It's about surrender. It's about commitment. Give all that you have to give to this. Now, God is not asking Joshua to be Moses. In fact, God says, Moses, my servant, is dead. This is a new day. This is just between you and me. I want you to be yourself. I want you to give your whole self. And then I want you to continually remind yourself of my promises. I want you, when you get discouraged, when you feel like this is too big, continually rehearse, continually remind yourself of what I've told you that I'm going to do. I will be with you. I will never forsake you. I am with you all the way. Now, Joshua has been set up. Everything has been established to remind Joshua that he is not alone and that he can do this thing. Even his name, which means God is my salvation. It's a continual reminder to him that God is on his side, that God is his salvation. Now, here's the cool thing. The same God is your salvation. The same God makes you the same offer, okay? Give your whole self to this thing. Commit totally. Don't do it halfway. Give your whole self to this thing. When you get discouraged, just continually remind yourself of his promises. Continually remind yourself that he's never going to leave you. He's never going to forsake you. Be strong, be courageous, because he's with you. You're not alone. Remind yourself of his promises. When the job seems too big, remind yourself of his promises. When it seems like you'll never get it done, remind yourself that you're not alone. He's working with you and he's working through you. Have a giddy up kind of day, my friends.